CD Projekt Red Cyberpunk 2077 is the most anticipated game of this year. And so far I've been and will be covering every inch of this game on my channel. Now with such a massive game coming out from the developers at CD Projekt Red, we've also got some new hints towards what is known to be the next upcoming AAA open world title from CD Projekt Red, which of course is highly speculated to be The Witcher 4. Now currently guys, I am replaying Witcher 3 for like the third time, and honestly I'm still enjoying every bit of this game like I did when I played it for the first time, and it sure is exciting to know any small bit of information available regarding the Witcher 4's project. Now guys, back in 2016, CD Projekt Red announced a multi-year plan for the capital groups of 2016 to the year 2021, where they divided the upcoming plans into two periods, with the current year of 2016 and the following 5-year period of 2017 to 2021, where in 2016 they wanted to release the second expansion pack for The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt known as the Blood and Wine, which they of course did that, and then for the later years they had plans to release Cyberpunk 2077, which was indeed announced back in 2013. But due to unfortunate reasons, the game was delayed multiple times, then the team went completely silent for many years, and now we have finally got some brand new gameplays and official release date for Cyberpunk 2077, which is set to be releasing on April 16th, 2020. But however, in the subjected list of plans that CD Projekt Red firstly had a commitment towards, states that they have another AAA title that is scheduled to be launching in the year of 2021. But the fact here is that no one ever knows what this AAA title could turn out to be, which many articles and fans in the community have already speculated this AAA title to be a continuation of the Witcher saga, and this could also most probably be The Witcher 4 coming up in the rise. During the E3 Colosseum, Marcin, who is the co-founder of CD Projekt Red, stated that they have around 700 developers right now, and 400 out of them are currently working on Cyberpunk 2077. And to be honest, 400 developers working on one project is indeed considered a pretty big deal in the gaming industry. Then of course they indeed have a set of developers working on their other card game called the Gwent, which was inspired from The Witcher 3, and the game was requested by the fans to give it a standalone identity of its own, which CD Projekt Red of course did do it. And then Marcin had also referred to that around 40 to 50 developers are currently working on a new unannounced AAA title that is set to be releasing after Cyberpunk 2077. But looking at the amount of developers dedicated to Cyberpunk 2077, which is 400, and comparing it to 40 to 50 developers for the new AAA title, it however looks like the next game after Cyberpunk would not be as big as The Witcher 3 or even the Cyberpunk 2077. But it sure is too early to say that, because this could also mean that the reason why they have 400 developers working on Cyberpunk could be due to the deadline of the project's release date, and maybe this new AAA title still has a lot of time before they start pushing it towards the release dates. Now CD Projekt Red has also given us a little more information on this new game, where instead of calling it a AAA RPG game, they indeed confirmed that it is going to be a AAA story-driven RPG, which indeed does sound like a more linear game than the other games we have seen so far from the team, but there sure is still a very high chance that this game could be set in the Witcher world. But maybe it's not going to be as big as The Witcher 3 or even Cyberpunk 2077. Now recently in 2019, they've confirmed that the team only has 2 IPs as of now, and that we should not be expecting to see something out of the table that would surprise us with a completely new game we have never seen before. The president of CD Projekt Red noted that they never said that this new AAA RPG is a new IP, and that they only have 2 franchises, Cyberpunk 2077 and The Witcher, and that is it for now. So whatever this new unannounced AAA title is, it indeed seems to be either related to Cyberpunk or The Witcher. The president of CD Projekt Red also continues to make statement saying if there's another game coming up, then it will be Cyberpunk or The Witcher and nothing else. So looking at these informations provided here, we sure are going to be getting Cyberpunk this year already, and CD Projekt Red has also announced that we will be getting free DLCs following up with the post-release of the game, and we'll also be receiving more single-player add-on content, and once the single-player concept for the game is done, then they will be releasing a new multiplayer mode for Cyberpunk 2077. Now this free DLC would indeed be similar to what we have seen with The Witcher 3, like the armor set, we have got beard and hairstyle set, alternative looks for Yennefer, Ciri and Triss, and we also got some free contract missions that was all given for absolutely free. And a year later, we also received 2 new paid expansions, Blood and Wine and The Heart of Stones, which was indeed the paid story expansion for The Witcher 3. So far the tweet here sure does seem to verify that we will be getting similar kind of content with Cyberpunk 2077. Now it sure is arguable that they will be releasing more single player DLCs for Cyberpunk in the year 2021 and furthermore, and since they are now releasing a multiplayer game for the first time in the development or CD Projekt Red, this new AAA could be either Cyberpunk Online or any other DLCs you may say, but since the project was already announced as an add-on pack for the game, it still holds the arguable factor that Witcher 4 could be the next game in the queue for the launch after Cyberpunk 2077. Now recently on August 30th, 2019, CD Projekt Red made an announcement stating that they are now going to be working on both the Witcher and Cyberpunk franchise, both at the same time simultaneously, and have indeed hired new recruits to the team in order to bring more content to the table. Now since they want to work simultaneously on both the games from this year, it wouldn't be a surprise if we see both Cyberpunk 2077 and The Witcher 4 making a release one after the other. Now very recently on December 20th, 2019, CD Projekt Red made a new deal with The Witcher's author, Andrzej Sapkowski. Now because the author did not like the previous deal they had with The Witcher game, where the author did not think that the game would be as successful as his books did, so rather than taking a royalty for the game's sales, the author chose to go for a one-time payment of $10,000, and he indeed did sell the rights for The Witcher to CD Projekt Red. But after the release of The Witcher game, CD Projekt Red made millions just for the sales of their game, but the author couldn't get any part of it because he never expected that Witcher would be such a huge success, and he indeed lost a lot of money that he otherwise could have made. Well, now on December 20th, 2019, CD Projekt Red struck him with a brand new deal where they said, "I believe today's mark on a new stage in our continued relationship." And the interesting part about this new deal is that why now out of all these years? Because if CD Projekt Red wanted to do justice to the author, then they could have done this years ago. But why wait till 2020 and make a new contract? This indeed makes me believe that the new contract might be an extended rights for the story of The Witcher 4, and since the contract has just been signed in, I however don't think CD Projekt Red will be starting the Witcher 4 project in January of 2020 and will be releasing the game in 2021. Or maybe this could just be an announcement for The Witcher 4 in 2021. This indeed has a very high possible chances. Now currently after The Witcher Netflix TV show is released, the sales and the concurrent players for The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt broke its highest records on Steam, with over 100,000 concurrent players playing the game for the first time. And this is indeed considered as more than the amount of players the game had during the game's launch. So now it sure is very clear that Witcher TV series has indeed given a huge boost for the Witcher games, and especially after Henry Cavill praising about how big of a fan he is to the Witcher games on the PC. Now one more thing that many fans are suspecting could be the case is that CD Projekt Red might be working on a remastered edition for The Witcher 1, 2 and maybe even 3 if you're lucky enough on the next generation consoles, and that could indeed be a very high possible chances of what was referred to be launching in the year of 2020. And since Witcher 1, 2 and 3 are already an old game which is being remastered, I don't think this will even be affecting the sales of Cyberpunk 2077 even in a bit. And I honestly think that Witcher 4 and Cyberpunk 2077 both releasing a year after another could indeed be very bad for business purposes. But if that is what CD Projekt Red wants to go for, then I'm sure in for all the fun that the next Witcher game has to offer. Now it is said that we will be learning more about this new AAA project in March of 2020 during the next CD Projekt Red's financial report event, which is possibly when they will intend to be talking more about what they're working on after the release of Cyberpunk 2077, apart from it being the Cyberpunk Online and the DLCs. Right now, it is more likely to focus more on Cyberpunk 2077 as CD Projekt Red is already doing so, and I indeed was lucky enough to see the closed-door gameplay that was shown in E3 2019, and I'm pretty sure this February of 2020 during the PlayStation 5's official announcement event, we might be seeing a Cyberpunk 2077 gameplay hopefully running on a backward-compatible feature enabled on the PS5. That would indeed be one of the best ways to show off that both next-generation consoles as well as some of the new gameplay reveals for Cyberpunk 2077 right before the launch of the game on April 16th, 2020. And if you guys are new to this channel, then you should know that I'm doing a giveaway of Cyberpunk 2077 on all the 3 platforms, PS4, Xbox One, and the PC. So in order to make sure that you guys enter the giveaway, all you have to do is go to the link that I've dropped in the description down below and make sure you enter it before the last day is over. And of course, it would indeed be very much appreciated if you guys could subscribe to the channel before you go ahead and enter the giveaway. And of course, on this channel, I will be covering Cyberpunk 2077 from tidbits to massive informations to leaks and gameplays, everything right here on this channel. Anything related to Cyberpunk 2077 will be firstly available to my subscribers on this channel. So if you guys haven't subscribed already, then I would totally recommend you guys to do so and turn your video notifications on so that you guys never miss out on any new content that I upload on my channel. So with that being said, I want to know what you guys think about this new Witcher contract that CD Projekt Red has just signed up with the author of the Witcher series, and do you guys think that this new unannounced AAA game would be The Witcher 4 or maybe a remaster of the old Witcher games? Let me know your thoughts and opinions in the comments down below. With that being said, I hope you guys have a blast of a day, and please do not forget to drop a like on this video if you guys did go on and enjoyed this video till the end. And so far, I'll see you guys on tomorrow's video. Till then, take care fans, and goodbye.